Signs for literally the longest time has been one of the most annoying blocks to work with inside the game, but now, as of this one beta and this one preview, you can now actually edit your sign if you actually want to go back to it. And if you think this is the only amazing thing inside this beta, then oh, just you wait, just you wait. Because not only can you edit signs, but you can also place text on both sides of the sign. I mean, look at this. We have this text right here, and now we have this text right here. Like, isn't that's like revolutionary. That is a serious revolutionary change. And you're probably worried that someone might just come over here and edit the sign again. Well, if you don't want that to happen, then just use honeycomb, right click on it, or left trigger, or whatever, you know, button that actually is, and that will actually lock the sign in place. I'm trying to edit it, and no matter what I do, it can't get edited anymore. And from the looks of things, everything seems to be working exactly the same with hanging signs. And that's not the only change to older features, because now, as this one beta, there's a brand new type of skulk block known as the Calibrated skulk sensor. And the way you actually make this is by using 3 separate amethyst shards and a skulk sensor to get yourself one calibrated skulk sensor. And the best way I could describe this block is, think of it like a redstone comparator, where it could take separate types of redstone signals, or like it could give off separate type of redstone signals. Unlike the skulk sensor, which could give off pretty much an entire full 15 slot redstone signal, this one is actually based off of how far away the sound actually is. So, say I get a little bit closer, then we can see that only one light lights up. If we get a little bit closer, then we can see 2 lights light up. If we get really close up, we can see a whole bunch of lights lighting up. Honestly, this feels like a redstone device made for specific, really specific types of redstone machinery, but still, they're redstone components. I'm still always up for seeing new ones. Speaking of adding new things to existing features, now if you go inside of oceans, whether it be ocean ruins, whether it be the sand patches inside of oceans, the gravel patches inside of oceans, now you should theoretically have a chance of finding suspicious sand around here. Okay, there's some sus sand right here. That's always cool. Maybe I'm looking in the wrong spot, maybe? Okay, I'm almost certain they spawn inside of warm oceans and like the gravel oceans, but I've just not been able to find any sus gravel or sus sand. And like me, if you're struggling to find archaeological features inside this update, then I might recommend finding a brand new structure, which is called, wait, what was it called again? Called the Trail Ruins, as we can see right here. And I teleported right on top of one, but it looks as though, is this it? Is this, ooh, this might actually, yep, this is the archaeological structure, as we can see, which from the looks of things is made from a whole assortment of different types of blocks and things like that. Looks like for some reason to spawn even ladders in here and there. Okay, you know what? Actually, let me see if I can find a better one that's not completely buried under the ground. Okay, this is a little bit better of a one, and again, it just looks like an assortment of random blocks and random just things spewed all over the place. So, I don't know what to think about this structure. I really don't know what to think about this structure. I mean, I really like that it's really different from any other structure, but I don't know. Maybe it's just too different right now. I don't know. And even on this one, there doesn't appear to be any chests or anything like that, but there does appear to be some suspicious sand and suspicious gravel around the place, which is, of course, very convenient for us, because inside this one beta is also a whole bunch of brand new types of pottery shards too, just not in this one, as we can see. Okay, let's just look here. Yeah, there is tons and tons of separate type of pottery shards we can see right here. And here's a look at each and every single type of archaeology shard put on a clay pot. And yeah, some of these designs are really cool. Like, I love the Sniffer one. I think I didn't realize how brittle these are, my bad. I love the broken heart one and the heart one, the chest one. What looks to be a warden, although a really sad warden. Potions, a fishing rod, again the Sniffer, a tree for some reason. Now, I can't confirm whether like specific types of shards spawn in specific types of places, or you could find them every single place. Because considering like the warden shard, or the Sniffer shard, or even that chest shard, I don't know. But there is definitely more and more type of creativity now. And speaking of more creativity, I'm noticing at least a handful of new types of trims around here too. From the Wayfinder trim, to the Shaper trim, Razor trim, Host trim, and Silence trim. Now, from the changelog, it doesn't necessarily say where you could find all these, but I have a suspicion these 4 out of 5 at least would spawn inside of here, but I don't know, only one way to find out really, I guess. Nope. No. Okay. Literally no clue where these 4 smithing templates spawn, but at least from this design, you might be able to find this one in an ancient city. But let's just prove that, just to make sure. Okay, this is like the 3rd ancient city I've looked through and I'm not being able to find it, so I literally have no idea where any of these spawn. Either that or they don't naturally spawn in the game yet. I mean, the changelog literally didn't even mention the new trims. But because I'm sure you're all wondering, this is actually what each and every type of new trim type actually looks like, and all these, they look pretty cool, but this one, oh, this one indeed, this one looks like, I don't even have the words for it because this trim just looks so cool. So what are we up to now, like, are we in the sextillions or something like that with the amount of armor trim combinations now or something like that? If we're not, then we're probably really close at least. And literally at the same time I was recording in the preview, Java also managed to get a brand new snapshot with pretty much every single feature I showed off, as well as an additional one. Because now not only do we have the Sniffer egg, but we also now have the Sniffer egg. And this is what the egg actually looks like, and yeah, this is one beast of an egg, as we can see right here. From the sounds of things, these might actually take quite a while to grow and to actually hatch, but in the case that you want to speed it up or something like that, then what I've heard is you actually just have to place moss underneath it, and we could sit and wait here for this thing to hatch, or we can move on to the fact that the Sniffer also now finds a brand new type of thing in the ground. Oh, come on, boy, come on, you can find this, come on. Come on, you know what you need to find, you know, not that. Okay, bottom line is, they will not only find the torch flower seeds now, but they'll also find a brand new thing called the pitcher, or more specifically, a pitcher pod. And this is what it looks like in one stage. You grow it up, it looks like this thing in this stage, which already you might recognize this from a certain Roger Badgerman on Twitter or something like that, which confirms that even though he was, you know, booted from leaking a whole bunch of things, that doesn't mean that his leak was still true in some way or another. At least as of right now, there doesn't seem to be any way to, like, renewably get a whole bunch of it, apart from the Sniffer continually finding those Sniffer, pitcher plant roots. But yeah, now for the most part, 1.20 has been seriously fleshed out this week in both the betas and snapshots. Also, even though this egg is taking literally forever to hatch, it does seem pretty sturdy at least.